Good morning to everyone. Myself, B. Tulasi Koteswari, lecturer in chemistry, Sir Sierra College for Women, Eluru. I am dealing the subject chemistry for semester 5, paper 5A, whose title is Inorganic, Organic and Physical Chemistry. In this video, I am explaining the topic determination of composition of complexes. The composition of complex is determined by two methods. First one is Jobs method, second one is mole ratio method. First of all, I am discussing the Jobs method. In this method, the following steps are involved in this process. The first step is a series of solutions. Say for example 10 solutions of fixed volume of a complex are prepared. In all the 10 solutions, total volume is fixed but containing different amounts of metal ion and ligands are prepared. That is a series of solutions, say 10 solutions having total volume fixed but containing different amounts of metal ion and ligands are prepared. This is the first step. In the second step, let the total volume of the complex prepared in each of 10 solutions be 10 ml. And the proportions of the metal and ligand in these solutions may be varied as follows. Metal ion in volume, this is ligand in volume. This is the first solution which contains metal ion 0 volume 0 ml, ligand 10 ml. These two combined together total 10 ml. This is the first solution. This is second solution in which metal ion taken as 1 ml and ligand is taken as 9 ml. Totally these two becomes 10. In the third solution, metal ion is taken as 2 ml and ligand is taken as 8 ml, totally 10 ml. In the fourth solution, metal ion is 3 ml, ligand is 7 ml. In the fifth solution, metal ion 4 ml, ligand is 6 ml. In the sixth solution, both metal ion and ligand are taken as 5 ml. In the seventh solution, metal ion is taken as 6 ml and ligand volume is 4 ml. In the eighth solution, metal ion is taken as 7 ml and ligand volume is 3 ml. In ninth solution, metal ion is 8 ml and ligand volume is 2 ml. In the last 10th solution, metal ion is 9 ml and ligand is 1 ml. That is, while growing from first to 10th solution, metal ion concentration is gradually increased and ligand volume is gradually decreased, such that a series of 10 solutions having total 10 ml are prepared. Thus, it is obvious that from the sum of concentration of the ligand and metal ion, concentration of the ligand is represented as Cl, concentration of metal ion is represented as Cm, is constant, that is 10 ml in all the above 10 solutions. In each case, and only their ratios are changed. Hence, we can commonly write this as a formula Cl plus Cm is equal to C. Cl is the concentration of ligand, Cm is the concentration of metal ion. It is constant, it is equal to 10 ml. It is given a number 1 solution, number 1 equation. Next point, the optical density, it is also known as absorbance of each of the 10 solutions is measured by using spectrophotometer. Spectrophotometer is the instrument used to measure the absorbance or optical density of colored solutions. In this process, the wavelength of the light is chosen such that it is absorbed strongly by the complex only and not by the metal ion and the ligand individually. We choose the wavelength such that it is absorbed only by the complex in the spectrophotometer, and by using the spectrophotometer the absorbance of all the 10 solutions is measured. In the fourth step, the values of the mole fraction of the ligand. Mole fraction is represented with the letter X. The mole fraction of the ligand is given by the formula X is equal to Cl by C. For all the above 10 solutions, mole fraction of the ligand is measured, and these values are taken on x-axis, and these are plotted against optical density. Optical density or absorbance is taken on y-axis. Then we get a graph like this. This is x-axis. On x-axis, mole fraction of the ligand is taken. On y-axis, absorbance is taken. And a graph is plotted. We got a parabolic curve. By extending the legs of the parabolic curve, these meet at a point x. This is the maximum point, the point at which maximum absorbance occurs. It is noted from the graph. The point of maximum absorbance here, the mole fraction of the ligand X is equal to Cl by C, which is obtained from graph. When the legs of the curve are extrapolated, they cross each other at a point at which absorption is maximum, that is obtained from the graph, which is represented by X is equal to Cl by C. Now, if the formula of the complex is MLN, M is the metal, L is the ligand, N is the coordination number, then N is equal to Cl by Cm. Cl means concentration of the ligand, Cm is concentration of the metal. This is taken as second equation. Dividing equation 1 throughout by C, we get equation 1 is Cl plus Cm is equal to C. Dividing equation 1 with C, we get a equation 3. That is Cl by C plus Cm by C is equal to C by C. We also know that X is equal to Cl by C. It is obtained from graph also. It is taken as equation 4. And from equations 3 and 4, that is substituting X is equal to Cl by C in the third equation, we get X plus Cm by C is equal to 1. This implies Cm by C is equal to this X if this X is taken into right hand side, then it will form as 1 minus X. That is Cm by C is equal to 1 minus X. Taking this equation as number 5. So dividing equation 4 by 5, we get dividing equation with equation, the corresponding sides are divided. That is, in equation 4, Cl by C is there. In equation 5, Cm by C is there. So dividing Cl by C by Cm by C, it comes as Cl by C into C by Cm is equal to, in equation 4 x is there, in equation 5 1 minus x is there. So it comes as x by 1 minus x. Here Cc will cancel, we get Cl by Cm is equal to x by 1 minus x. It is taken as equation number 6. From equation 2 and 6, from equation 2, we taken as n is equal to Cl by C. So substituting in equation 6, we get n is equal to x by 1 minus x. What is x? X is the mole fraction of the ligand at which maximum absorbance occurs. So while substituting x value in the equation 7, we get the value of n. So we get by knowing the value of n from the equation 7, the composition of the complex MLN can be determined. So this method has two limitations. First one is, in case of more than one species is formed, that is while mixing the solutions, more than one complex is formed, more than one species is formed, then this method gives unreliable results. This method is not suitable. Second limitation is, the method is applicable only when there is no change in the volume. On mixing the solution of the metal ion and ligand, the total volume must not be changed. This is the second limitation. Next method, mole ratio method. This is also one of the method used to determine the composition of the complex. This method was introduced by the scientists Yeo and Jones. So in this method, some steps are involved. First step is, in this method, also a series of solutions are prepared. but containing constant amount of the metal ion, that is concentration of the metal ion is constant here and varying the amount of the ligand amount is varied, keeping the total volume constant under ideal conditions. This method differs from the Jobs method such that in the Jobs method the concentration of the metal and the ligand are taken as constant, only their volumes are changed. In this method the concentration of the metal is fixed, but only varying amount of the ligand. Ligand concentration is varied, and by taking these two, total volume must be fixed and a series of solutions are prepared. For these solutions, the absorbance or optical density is measured, and this optical density is plotted against the ratio of the ligand concentration to the metal concentration, which is represented as R is equal to Cl by Cm. Cl is the concentration of ligand, Cm is the concentration of metal. This is calculated for all the above solutions. This is taken on x-axis and absorbance values are taken on y-axis. Then we get a graph, then we get a curve. The break in the curve will provide the composition of the complex directly. We get a graph like this. On x-axis, we take the mole ratio, that is R is equal to ratio of concentration of ligand by concentration of the metal. These values are taken on x-axis and absorbance values are taken on y-axis. So we get a curve like this. This curve, we get a break here. The break in the curve gives the point at which maximum absorbance occurs, the mole ratio at which maximum absorbance occurs. So we get the mole ratio value directly from the graph. So by substituting this value in the MLN, we get the composition of the complex. In these two lessons, in the unit 2, there are two lessons. First one is spectral and magnetic properties of complexes. Second one is stability of metal complexes. In these two lessons, the frequently asked questions, first type essay type questions are first very important. Most important question is explain the factors affecting the stability of complexes. So, I am explained 10 factors. For 10 marks, any 5 factors we have to write. Next, second essay question is explain the Gauss method of determination of magnetic moment of a complex. This is explained in the spectral and magnetic properties of complexes lesson. Next, second type short answer type questions. These are asked for 5 marks. First question is most important. Explain the atomic absorption spectrum of titanium H2O 6 times 3 plus ion. This is important question. Next, second question. What is spin only formula? Calculate the magnetic moment of the following complexes using spin only formula. This is also explained in the spectral and magnetic properties of complexes. These two questions. Next, these questions belongs to the second lesson, stability of metal complexes. In this lesson, this third question is very important. Explain the determination of composition of complex by Jobs method. Very important 5 marks question. Next, another one is explain the determination of composition of a complex by mole ratio method. Next one, explain the thermodynamic stability of complex using one example. Last question, explain the kinetic stability of complexes. These are the frequently asked questions for this unit. These are the list of reference books for this unit.